All right, let's go and take a look at lesson 3.3. In 3.3, we're going to be graphing f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay. One thing to know is that if a is positive, then it's going to be opened up. Like this. Something like that. And if a is negative, we open this down. Something like that. Okay. The y-intercept is this number c. So the y-intercept is what c is. So whatever number c is, that's where your y-intercept is. The x-coordinate of your vertex, and this is very important, is negative b over 2a. And as you find the x-coordinate of your vertex, you also have the axis of symmetry. Because we know that the x-coordinate of our vertex is on the axis of symmetry. So we say it is x equals negative b over 2a. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so looking at a question. It says find the axis of symmetry. So find the AOS axis of symmetry and the vertex. Okay, of 2x squared plus 8x minus 1. Okay. So axis of symmetry, AOS, is the formula negative b over 2a. Okay, so negative b is 8 over 2 times a, so a is 2, so 2 times 2, which is the same thing as negative 8 divided by 4, and negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Okay, so axis of symmetry is negative 2. Once we find that x is negative 2, or the axis of symmetry is negative 2, we can plug it back into this equation. So 2 times negative 2 squared plus 8 times negative 2 minus 1. Negative 2 squared is 4, so 2 times 4 minus 16 minus 1, and 2 times 4 is 8, so 8 minus 16 minus 1 will give us the y value of our vertex. So 8 minus 16 is negative 8 minus 1, which is negative 9. Okay, so our vertex is going to be an x that we found, and then a y that we just found. So what we did here was we found the y. And this is our vertex. Okay, let's take a look at the kind of question again. Okay, so 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. Okay, so axis of symmetry is neg x equals negative b over 2a. Okay, so negative b is negative 6 over 2 times a is 3. So this is negative 6, negative, right? Negative, and then negative 6. 2 times 3 is 6. So the negative 6 divided by 6 is negative 1. Then we have the negative opposite front, so negative 1 makes positive 1. So now we've got to plug it into our original equation. So 3 times 1 squared minus 6 times 1 plus 5 So 3 times 1 squared is 1, so 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 6 times 1 is minus 6, and then plus 5. So 3 minus 6 is negative 3 plus 5, which is 2. So we found the y value of a vertex by doing that. So y equals 2. And so then our vertex will be xy, so 1 and 2. So 1, 2. Like we said in the beginning, if your a is positive, so if your a is greater than 0, we said your graph would open like that, okay? Which makes us have a lowest point. We call this low point a minimum value. Okay? If your a is less than 0, so it's negative, it opens like that, okay? Which makes us have a maximum value because that's the highest we can go. Okay. So if the question says to find a maximum or minimum value, how do we do that? Let's say that the function is negative 4 x squared minus 24x minus 19. So we see that a is less than 0, as it is negative 4. So we know that it's going to open like that, okay? Which makes us have a maximum value. Okay. So to find the value, that we have to find the axis of symmetry first. So x equals negative b over 2a. Negative b, so negative, and b was negative 24. And then over 2 times a, which is negative 4. Okay. This would be negative 24. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Negative 24 divided by negative 8 is 3. Right, and then the negative comes from there. Okay, so we found the x value now, and now we just have to find the y value. So y equals this function. Okay, so plugging in the negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. Negative 24 times negative 3 is plus 72. Minus 19. This puts us at 36 minus 19, which is 17. Okay, so y value is 17. So if the y value is 17, that would be this value right here, so the max value. Is 17. And then we have our answer.